Today, helping analyze math and history, and we're going to be working on lag problems. So lag problems are a specific type of word problem that you might see in algebra and in your school. So lag problems are unique because we can solve them in a different way of algebra. And the reason why it's different than other word problems is because there's something or someone that's lagging behind. So, here is our word problem. The junior varsity and varsity teams are racing each other in cross country. So pretty much a cross country team has been divided into two teams, a junior varsity team and a varsity team. The junior varsity starts the race and runs 8 miles an hour.
The single track, as we see this race taking off, your 2018 Division III Boys State Championship for middle school. Some strong starts from a bunch of guys. You'll notice Aiden is not currently in the lead. That is his style. He will slowly work up there. He's got 2 miles to do it. We'll see how they're looking.
15 minutes later.
15 minutes later, the varsity team starts their race, and they sprint doing 12 miles an hour.
Here we go. This is the Tennessee State Championship boys varsity, or middle school.
So, what we're trying to do is how much time did the varsity team catch up with the junior varsity team? So this is an example of a lag problem because the junior varsity team gets a head start, but 15 minutes later, the varsity team lags behind and has to catch up with the junior varsity team. So we're calculating how much time did the varsity team catch up with the junior varsity team. In order to solve this problem, we're going to have to come up with an equation and solve it. So let's start. The first information is that the junior varsity starts the race with 8 miles an hour. That's how much their speed is. So we're going to write 8x, and what x is going to represent is the number of hours or time the varsity team runs. So, we have 8x as 8 miles an hour. On the other side, for the varsity team, it said that they were doing 12 miles an hour, but we have to write parentheses because the varsity team actually started 15 minutes later, and we're going to have to put another number in parentheses. So, for an hour, because we're measuring 8 miles an hour, we're doing hours to minutes. So, 60 minutes is actually equal to 1 hour. But 15 minutes is going to be 1/4 of an hour. And to put 1/4 as a decimal so we can easily do the math, we're going to say minus 0.25 because it says the varsity team left 15 minutes later than the junior varsity team. So pretty much 15 minutes is 1/4 of 60, and a decimal is 0.25. So that's the varsity team equation. We now have an equal sign because we're comparing the two. What we're trying to figure out is how long or how much time did the varsity team catch up with the JV team. So let's start simplifying, and we should get an answer as x equals a number. Then we'll be able to find out what x is in a sentence. So here is our equation that we came up with. So in order to get x alone, what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this equation like we said earlier. The first thing we could do is have to do with the equation with the varsity team. We can have 12 multiplied by x and 12 multiplied by 0.2 by negative 0.25. So pretty much that is called the distributive property, or DP. Each move you make in math actually has its name, and it has an abbreviation to label it. So when we do that, we're going to get an answer of 12x minus that by 3. 12 multiplied by 0.25, but negative 0.25 is a negative 3. Positive multiplied by negative is a negative. So then we have another equation that was simplified one step of 8x equals 12x minus 3. So when trying to solve for x, what we want to do is have a variable on one side and a number on the other side. So pretty much that 12x is not supposed to be there because it has to be linked with that ax. And we can call that the SPE, or subtraction property of equality. So we minus this by 12x and minus this by 12x. We're going to get an answer of negative 4x equals negative 3. So we have a variable on one side and a number on the other side. But wait, the numbers also count because the x wants to be alone. That coefficient of negative 4 shouldn't be there either. And it has to be x equals a number, not a coefficient with x equals a number. It's not fully simplified. So we have negative 4x equals negative 3. We have to divide both sides by negative 4. And this one by negative 4. And when we do that, that is called DPE, or division property of equality. So pretty much, after that, we're going to have to simplify our answer. And that simplified answer is x equals a number. Negative 4x and negative 4, when we divide the two, they cancel out. So negative 3, divide that by a negative 4, is going to be a positive 0.75, or 75 hundredths. A negative multiplied by a negative is a positive, and a negative divided by a negative is also going to be a positive. So 0.75, that's 3 over 4 of 1. So pretty much, we were calculating with minutes and hours. We got the 0.25 because it was 15 minutes, or 1/4 of an hour. But 0.75 of 1 is going to be 45 minutes, because 45 over 60 is equal to 3 over 4, or 0.75. So we can say our answer as x is 0.75. And what x represented in the beginning was number of hours or time the varsity team runs. So pretty much we can say it took 0.75 or 45 minutes for the varsity team to catch up with the JV team. So we have finally completed our problem and solved our cross-country problem. Thank you for watching Taoping Airlines Math Industry. Like and subscribe. I hope this video has helped you. And to end the video, let's see Mario compete in a race.